One of the reasons that cool roof technologies are becoming so popular is because they're simple and they work. Cool roofs are one of the most cost-effective ways to reduce your air conditioning costs. Let's go talk to some people that have some real-world experiences with cool roofs.
Title 24 requirements is a great thing for the state of California. It lowers the cooling costs. There was a concern about rolling blackouts that I think that the cool roof is addressing. Also, urban heat islands was a main concern, that the heat around a city was rising in temperature. The cool roofs should address all those issues.
Cool roofs are a very good idea with the energy savings and the paybacks that you receive with your electrical heating and cooling bills, especially in a sunny climate like Southern California.
All of the buildings that we have are air conditioned. So we're going to control the temperature of the building by air conditioning it. If we can reduce the cost of operating the air conditioning by reflecting heat away, then it's better for us because we can provide a least expensive product to the tenants, which makes us better in the market.
This will benefit your building, that you will save money on cooling costs if you put on a cool roof system. Most cool roof systems are easy to maintain, last longer than the typical BUR, and all around are environmentally friendly.
The advantages of using a cool roof is no roof tear off, there's no noise, it's cost effective than having to tear off and re-roof, and a lot of times people don't even notice that we're up on the roof. And the energy savings is great. It's great on the load on the ACs, and it's real cost effective.
We've never had a problem finding cool roof products. Every roof is a little different, so every roof requires its own idiosyncrasies. I review the roof, talk to different contractors about it. We spec a product out, and then it's more the contractor's responsibility to go find it and make it happen.
One of the ways to find these products is to go on the CRC website, and they will have a listing of all the manufacturers that are approved with this listing.
The Cool Roof Rating Council has a website that I've investigated several times to find out which products are approved by the council for installation, meeting the Title 24 requirements.
If you were to go to a re-roof, you would have to go through the building department, get a permit, which is not a hard thing to do, and then you would have to tear off the roof and have them come back and re-inspect, and that's the process you would have to go through if you did a re-roof project. And it is not an unpleasant thing to experience.
When I pull a permit for a cool roof system, I go to the city building department and they ask for the Cool Roof Rating Council permit number. They ask that it's to make sure that it's been approved by the council, and we have to provide that information to them.
You have to state exactly what roofing manufacturer and what type of material you're using for Title 24.
What type of roof system, the fire rating, what the occupancy is of the building, and what type of cool roof we're going to be installing.
Yes. Every roof has its own idiosyncrasies, and every roof needs to be dealt with as an individual thing. So I'll use single-ply roofing, I'll use sprayed-on coatings. It all depends on what we need to put on the building to do the job of protecting the building and the occupants. That becomes the number one thing. Efficiency of that product is the second thing, and then to have a good-looking roof to fit into our park setting is the big follow-up from that.
We have worked with clients, and the same clients for many years, and they notice a difference between the typical BUR roof and some of the cool roofs we install, whether it's single ply or the white coating. They notice that it is cooler inside the building. As a matter of fact, I installed a cool roof system on my home, and I noticed a difference in my house, that it was cooler inside and the HVAC unit doesn't work as hard.
The cool roofs, the white reflects the sun and the heat. The workers are at a much more comfortable temperature than working with hot asphalt. I've worked on cool roofs in Palm Springs, California in the middle of summer when it's been 120 degrees. And you can, I mean, it's very hot, but you can actually tolerate it. With a built-up roof, you couldn't even be up there working with the temperatures that high.
To a contractor, I would tell them that the cool roof system installs quicker, requires less equipment, and less men. I get more roofing jobs done in less time.
To this point, I've installed cool roofs on around 8 buildings, which is approximately 500,000 square feet.
Cool roofs will last depending on the system, and there's a whole variety of cool roof systems depending on what your building needs are, what your budgets are, and what your expectations are. But cool roofs can last anywhere from 10 to 30 years. A lot of the cool roof systems, especially the coatings, are renewable, so they can be extended for indefinite periods of time, up to 50 years that I know of.
When looking for installers, we've never really had much of a problem. There are a lot of companies out. We always pre-qualify everybody prior to them getting near our roofs, but most times I will go to the manufacturer of the product and ask for them to give me a list of recommended installers or approved installers, and that way I can keep warranties fully intact.
It does take special training to install the cool roof systems, and basically we get the help from the manufacturer's technical departments that will actually come out to the job sites and help, or they also have seminars that they can set up where you can bring your whole crew and they can train you for the entire day.
We recommend that you maintain your roof here in California at least once a year, if only to clear out the drains. An inspection always helps to make sure that everything is functioning correctly and that you haven't had any vandalism, that you haven't had any damages, for example, from trees or wind damage.
I believe in energy savings. I always have. With Title 24 and the cool roof regulations, I think are a very good thing, and I think that they are something that should stay for a long time in the future.
My belief, and I think that most people would agree, is that this is the right thing to do. Hot asphalt is a petroleum-based product that is not a renewable source. Cool roof systems are sustainable. You can keep recoating them for an indefinite period of time, and I believe it's the right thing to do environmentally.
As you can see, everybody benefits from the energy efficiency from cool roof technologies. But it's important to note that in order to qualify for Title 24, it has to be on the Cool Roofs Rating Council list, and it has to meet the prescriptive requirements for Title 24. As far as the non-prescriptive requirements, be sure to check with your Title 24 consultant.